Hi guys, this is Wenzes from Below the Radar Above the System, and today I want to talk to you about combining friendship circles and why we so often don't try to do that, think there's no reason in it, and don't realize the problem that is behind it, because there's a reason why we separate those people. Like if you've watched some of my older videos, I talk about that we have so many different interests, and that is important. A couple of people you can do one thing with, and then you can have other people you can do other things with. For example, with certain friends you can share your passion for music. With other friends you can share your passion for business. With others it's more about, intellectual just discussions and so on. And I still believe it's a very good way to create a life that is meaningful and that is full, because you can have all those aspects that are part of you and you don't project everything onto one person or just a couple of them and expect them to be all that you need. I think this has helped me a lot in being more of who I am and everything, and just having passion and joy for life each and every day, because I can live out all of those things that are important to me, knowing that there's not a person who shares them all. There's no way, and that's okay. But the other thing is that I had people in my life that I never combined, because there were aspects that I knew that person A wouldn't really understand or wouldn't really like. When I was hanging out with other people, they had a different characteristic about me that I knew they wouldn't value that much. And so what that meant was I was hanging out with this person A or this group over here, and I was downplaying a side of me, and when I was hanging out with the other group, I was downplaying and ignoring and hiding another part of me. And that's a completely different thing than saying, I love to talk about music, so I'm gonna talk to those people about music. For example, there were some kinds of, we just take a really easy example here, some kind of music I didn't want my friend from school to know that I liked. I've known her my entire life and so on, but there are certain things I just thought if she knew that I like that kind of music that is in a way really primitive and there's no like real essence to it, but I loved it because it gave me like pumped up energy and so on, then I was scared she'll have a bad image of me. And what I did was, so I was hanging out with my friends that I can share this music with, and they didn't know that I was all into like psychology and so on. And then when I was hanging out with my friend from school, she didn't know all those aspects of me about like the music I like. And I chose really easy examples, but this is actually about everything. There's so much I had been hiding from people about my strength, about my ambition, about like so much, because I thought, well, then we're not going to connect in a certain way. And the moment I realized, well, I'm not going to live in other people's worlds, because this is what I used to do. I kind of, when I was with person A, I lived their kind of life and pretended to be that person they wanted me to be. And then when I was hanging out with person B, I was pretending or showing them that side of me that fitted into their life. And I thought this is the best way to go, because then you can connect with people and so on, and you're not really, I wasn't scared or worried that people will reject me in a way. And the moment I realized I can't keep doing that, I have to live in my own world, create a life, and then have people in it that want to be in it on my terms, then I started really shifting that. And I really did that proactively and knowingly. Like, it's not like a subconscious thing that I just started out and said, well, here, friend A, this is the music I like. Or no, it wasn't like that. It wasn't even that I just started listening to it and then they just came across it. I mean, things like this probably happen, but I made it a point to really say, I'm gonna show her this is the music I like. And if she doesn't like me because of that, then that's okay, because I like it. I can understand why somebody wouldn't like it, why somebody would have judgments about me because of that, but it didn't matter. Because I knew why I liked it, and I wanted that person to know that part of me. If you really spin it in a, like really bring it up and make it a big What this actually means is that I started combining my friends. Like, I'm in a lot of ways now the center of my friendship circle, and I've combined so many different people from my life because I made it a point to be really honest and say, listen, this is what I like. We don't have to talk about these things. Like, I really don't need you to really share with me my passion for this and that, but I want you to accept me knowing that I also have that part of me. Funny thing that happened that I didn't know before, because I was first of all just scared that person would leave me, that most people didn't leave. Like, probably some people left, but I don't even remember that really, because it didn't really matter, because I was so much concentrated on what I had. And what I had was that those people that actually, stayed there and even had like reactions like, I don't like this about you, but that doesn't mean I don't like you. And they accepted that. Very often it's just like a switch or an uncomfortable situation because you just change. You're not that person they knew you were or they thought you were, because one day you show them this image and then you show them something else. When you meet somebody completely new, you accept them right that moment the way they are, So now when I meet people, it's a lot easier because I show much more of who I am. Those switches were kind of difficult. But as I said, it happened, that person accepted it, we let it sit. And my relationships with these people are so much deeper, they're so much closer, they're so much more beautiful, because I can connect with them on a much more honest level, and it has broadened my life. It had helped me to really put more beauty into my life and to the life of others, because I was able to be myself and I didn't have to hide certain parts of me, which lead to me not being able to really completely be, all love and all happiness and all like this colorful stuff that I'm about, because that's my main goal, is just to have like pretty things and happy things and a lot of music. So it has been a huge shift, and it was a difficult task to really do that with certain people, but it was something I did proactively, and that I thought, well, I just need to have the guts to do it. It was really a guts thing. It was about like, are you going to do this? Are you going to be strong enough to really go through with this? And yes, I was. And I really believe that if you actually want to change, very often there are things we don't know how we're going to do. This is something you know how to do. You know those people you have in your life that you care about, that you respect, but that you hide certain things from, which, and not just, there's certain personal things that we want to keep to ourselves, but there are certain things that is something they may be able to handle. And the more you show of yourself, the deeper and the better the connections can be, and the more happiness this whole relationship can bring you, and the more energy you can bring to each other. The better, on the higher the level you connect on, which means the more honest you two are with each other or with groups, the more energy you can bring to each other and just push each other up and have so much more energy to do things on a daily basis. So let me know if you've done something like this, and if you haven't and you're going to, please try it. Let me know below. I guarantee you it will be worth it, because you have to stay strong throughout that. But in the end, you have to know, well, if they don't like me, if they leave because of that, then I don't need these people in my life anyways. This is who I am. This is what I like. And I just want you to accept it. I don't want you to share it with me. You don't even have to like it. But please accept it if you want to be a part in my life. Thank you for watching. I wish you all a great week, and talk to you next time. Bye.